All right, let's talk about something that drives us all crazy: computer problems. We're going to break down some of the most common software issues you run into. And by the end of this, you're going to have a solid step-by-step game plan to fix them all by yourself. Seriously, no tech support call needed.
You know that feeling, right? That sinking feeling in your stomach? You're right in the middle of something important, and then bam, everything just freezes. The mouse doesn't move, the keyboard does nothing, it is just stuck. So what do you do now?
Well, the good news is you don't have to just sit there feeling helpless. We're going to arm you with the know-how to actually diagnose and fix these problems yourself. You are about to become your own go-to tech expert.
Okay, so let's get right into it. That classic frozen screen. To actually solve the problem, we first have to play detective a little bit and figure out what's really going on behind the scenes when your computer starts acting up. Think of yourself as a detective at a crime scene. When software goes wrong, there are really only two main suspects. The first is the specific program you were using, the application. The second is a much bigger deal, a problem with the foundation of your computer, the operating system. Figuring out which one is the real culprit, that's the most important first step.
So let's start our investigation with the usual suspect, a single program that's just not cooperating. So how can you tell if it's an application problem? Well, there are some classic telltale signs. You might click the icon and nothing happens. Or the program opens, but it's completely frozen. Maybe it just takes forever to load, or certain buttons and features just don't work right. If any of that sounds familiar, you're almost definitely looking at an application issue.
Okay, so how do we fix it? We've got a simple process for this. And the key is you always start with the easiest thing first. Step 1, just restart the app. You would be amazed how often this simple trick works. It's kind of like giving the program a quick nap to clear its head. If that doesn't do it, then we move down the list to check some deeper issues, saving the big one, a full reinstall, as our very last resort. Now, let's just take a quick second to talk about compatibility, because this one's a biggie. The easiest way to think about it is that software and operating systems, like Windows and Mac, they basically speak different languages. A program that was built for Windows just won't understand what a Mac is telling it to do, and vice versa. So just a quick check to make sure a program is made for your system before you install it can save you a world of pain later. But what if it's not just one misbehaving program? What if your entire computer feels like it's wading through molasses? Well, that's when our investigation has to go a little deeper. And just so we're all on the same page here, an application is like a specific tool you use for one job, like your web browser or a word processor. But the operating system, your OS, that's the whole workshop. It's the foundation that manages everything. And if there's a problem with the workshop itself, well, all your tools are going to have issues. And this is what an OS problem looks like. Your computer might take ages just to start up. Clicking on anything, an icon, a file, leads to a long, frustrating delay. Or, in the most dramatic cases, you turn on your computer and you're greeted with nothing. Just a completely blank screen. To tackle a slow system, we have another checklist. First, lighten the load. Stop unnecessary programs from launching automatically when you turn your computer on. Next, it's time for some digital spring cleaning. Get rid of all that junk, like old temporary internet files, using a built-in tool like Disk Cleanup. If things are still sluggish, try using the OS's own repair function. Okay, let's tackle that really scary problem, the blank desktop. I know, it looks like a total disaster, like everything's gone. But trust me, the fix is often surprisingly simple.
The very first place to look, especially if you're on a Windows 10 computer, is a simple setting. Your machine might have just accidentally switched itself into tablet mode, which is designed to hide the normal desktop.
And getting out of it is usually just one click away. You just need to open your Action Center. It's that little speech bubble icon usually in the bottom right corner of your screen. Look for the tablet mode button. If it's highlighted, just click it once, and that should switch you right back to your normal desktop view. Okay, so you tried that, and still a blank screen. Don't panic. There's one other very common culprit. Your icons might have just been accidentally hidden from view. The fix for this is also super easy. Just right-click anywhere on that empty desktop background, a menu will pop up, hover your mouse over View, and then look for the option that says Show Desktop Icons. If there isn't a check mark next to it, just give it a click, and everything should pop right back into place. So far, we've talked about problems that you or the system might create by accident. But sometimes the problem isn't an accident at all. Sometimes it comes from an outside attacker. Yep, we're talking about a computer virus. It's basically a nasty little piece of code designed specifically to cause harm. What's important to remember is that a virus can be the secret villain behind all the other frustrating problems we've talked about, from a super slow system to apps that just won't respond.
So, what do you do if you think you have one? The solution is straightforward, but it is absolutely vital. If your computer is acting strangely and none of the other fixes have worked, run a full, deep scan with a good antivirus program. Let it clean up anything it finds. And then, this part's crucial, give your computer a full restart.
Whew, we've covered a lot of ground. So let's pull it all together and pack it into a simple troubleshooting first aid kit for your brain. This is your new mindset. From now on, instead of panicking, you're going to start with the simplest fix first. Just restart it. You'll know how to figure out if it's just one app or the whole system. You'll remember to check the basics, like compatibility, and you'll actually use the powerful tools your computer already has built in. And you'll always keep that possibility of a virus in the back of your mind. With this framework, a frozen screen isn't a dead end anymore. It's just a starting point for your investigation. The next time your computer starts acting up,